Archangel Michael says, I, Archangel Michael, left heaven for one reason, to deliver you this message that will decide your fate forever. You might not understand what is happening around you right now, but the moment you opened this message, heaven knew your spirit was ready to hear the truth. Listen to me carefully, because this is not an ordinary message. This is not coincidence. I was sent by the command of the Almighty Himself, because something has shifted in the spiritual world, and it is directly connected to you. I came down through the veil that separates heaven and earth because your name was spoken before the throne of God. Your tears were seen, your confusion was felt, and your battle was recorded in the book of divine remembrance. You might think you've been forgotten, but heaven has been watching you. Every prayer you whispered when no one was around, it reached us. There was a moment, not long ago, when you almost gave up. When you said, God, if you are real, show me something. Give me a sign. That cry didn't go unnoticed. That's when the command came, Michael, go. Go to them. Tell them what is coming. Tell them what must be done before the final shift. So here I am. And as I speak, I want you to open your heart, not your logic. Heaven doesn't speak through human reasoning, heaven speaks through revelation. You have been walking through a storm that wasn't meant to destroy you but to prepare you. You've been attacked, misunderstood, and betrayed because of what is inside you, not what is wrong with you. The enemy saw your potential before you did. That's why you faced resistance. But tonight, that resistance will begin to crumble. Because the reason I left heaven is to tell you, your destiny is being decided right now. You are standing in a spiritual courtroom. Your name is being read, and the forces of heaven and hell are both watching to see your choice. You don't even realize how important this moment is. What you decide to believe after hearing this message will shape your entire future. I am not here to scare you. I am here to awaken you. God has waited for this moment, for you to truly listen. You've seen signs, the repeated numbers, the strange dreams, the moments where you felt chills without reason. Those were not random. They were divine nudges, heaven's way of calling you closer before something major happens. The world you see is not the full world. There is a spiritual dimension overlapping everything around you. Some of the people in your life are not what they appear to be. Some were sent to drain your energy, to delay your purpose, to plant doubt in your spirit. But there are others, silent, hidden helpers, who have been guided by heaven to stand beside you. I left heaven to make sure you finally see the truth. You are not unlucky. You are chosen. But the chosen are always tested. You wonder why you lose people right when your heart starts to trust. Why things seem to fall apart right when you start to hope again. It's because you are being refined by fire, not punished, but purified. You have a divine assignment. The very air around you is shifting because heaven is preparing to release a new chapter in your destiny. But there is one condition: you must not go back to what heaven already removed. There are things, people, and habits that heaven had to take away to protect your calling. Some of you have been asking why doors keep closing. It's because the next level of your life cannot begin with the same energy of your past. God is separating you for greatness. You may feel isolated, but in truth, you are being hidden. When gold is purified, it's taken away from the noise of the crowd. That's what has been happening to you. When you look back at your life, you'll see patterns, moments when you were saved from things you didn't even know were meant to harm you. That's because the hand of heaven has always been over you. But this time, something different is happening. Heaven is calling for your full attention. You are being asked to make a decision. Will you walk by faith, or will you stay in fear? Will you trust the unseen, or will you cling to what's fading? If your spirit is feeling something right now, that's your confirmation. You were supposed to hear this message. This is your moment. Write in the comments if you can feel it. Say, I receive this message. Because your agreement gives heaven permission to move faster on your behalf. I didn't come here by chance. I came because your name was written in light across heaven's scrolls, marked for a divine visitation. There is something about to unfold in your life that will shock even you. But before it happens, you must choose your side. Darkness has been trying to pull you into confusion, depression, and delay, because it knows you are inches away from breakthrough. But I was sent to interrupt that plan. Listen, in the next 7 days, watch for unusual peace, even in the middle of chaos. That peace is not ordinary, it's heaven's confirmation that the angels have begun to move. I see doors opening, not small doors, but divine gates that have been locked for years. Gates of destiny, of love, of abundance. You may not see it yet, but something in your spiritual atmosphere is unlocking. I left heaven not just to warn you, but to remind you, you are not a mistake. You are part of heaven's strategy. The pain you felt was not wasted. The tears you shed were not forgotten. The time you lost will be restored. This message will decide your fate forever, because what you do after this moment will set in motion either the blessing or the delay. Choose to believe. Choose to walk with heaven. And before this part ends, I want you to pause and speak from your heart. Say, Archangel Michael, I'm ready. Because once you say it, the next part of your journey will begin. Heaven is watching. The clock has already started. Archangel Michael says, when you whispered, I'm ready, heaven heard you. Your words were not just sound, they were spiritual keys. The moment you said those words, the air around you shifted. Angels began to move. The chains that were wrapped around your destiny started to break. Listen carefully. I am still here, standing between heaven and earth, speaking directly into your soul. This message is not for the crowd, it's for you. If your heart is beating faster right now, that's how you know this is meant for you. There is a war happening over your life. A spiritual war that your eyes cannot see but your spirit can feel. Every delay, every strange heaviness, every unexpected loss, they were symptoms of this invisible war. The enemy knew that if you ever awakened to your true purpose, nothing could stop you. That's why he tried to silence you. That's why the battles intensified when you tried to rise. But I was sent because heaven decided it ends here. The war for your soul, your mind, your peace, it's being settled right now. I left heaven not to scare you, but to empower you. To tell you that the authority of God is already in your mouth. What you speak now has power. The words you speak shape your reality. That is why the darkness wanted to keep you silent, to make you feel unworthy, to make you believe your prayers had no effect. But your prayers have been echoing across realms. Every amen, every tear, every whisper was recorded. You didn't lose your connection, you were just being prepared for deeper revelation. You've been asking, why me? Why do I go through more than others? Because you were built differently. The weight you carry proves the calling you have. Ordinary souls cannot carry what chosen souls carry. And you, my beloved, are chosen. You've been walking through fire, but that fire has been refining you. You are being shaped into a vessel heaven can trust with more. Every rejection was redirection. Every closed door was protection. Right now, heaven is showing me a vision of you standing at a crossroad. One path looks familiar, it's safe, comfortable, predictable. The other is uncertain, unknown, but filled with divine light. The first path is the past. The second path is the one heaven wants you to take. Do not fear stepping into the unknown. Because even when you can't see what's ahead, heaven has already gone before you. I was sent to clear the way. I am preparing the path you are meant to walk, breaking the traps the enemy laid before your feet. There is someone listening right now who has been crying at night, saying, God, I can't take this anymore. Hear me, that cry reached heaven like thunder. And tonight, heaven responds through me, you will not break. You will rise. You are not cursed, you are in transition. You are not forgotten, you are being positioned. Every time you thought it was over, it was only the end of one assignment and the beginning of another. You've been in training for what's about to unfold. The world tried to convince you that you were too late, too broken, too behind. But time bends in the presence of the divine. God restores what was lost, multiplies what was delayed, and turns endings into beginnings. Even now, heaven is rearranging circumstances around your name. There are people being moved out of your life, not because they're evil, but because they can't go where you're going. Some are being replaced by divine connections, people who will carry the same light as you. Do not chase what left you. Do not cling to what heaven has released. The version of you that begged for approval is gone. A stronger, wiser, more awakened version of you is emerging. And hear me, the enemy is afraid of that version. Because once you remember who you are in the Spirit, he loses his power over you. Say this quietly, even if you're alone, I remember who I am. Say it again, I remember who I am. When you speak those words, the veil starts to lift. You are a child of light, created in divine design, protected by eternal power. You are not here by accident, you are part of heaven's prophecy. Even before you were born, your spirit was marked. You carry assignments only you can fulfill. Your voice, your energy, your compassion, they were designed for a generation that needs awakening. But the world tried to bury your light under fear, under shame, under worry. Tonight, I declare, that light returns. You are being reignited. You are being reminded. In the coming days, you will notice signs. Feathers, numbers, songs, dreams, they will all carry the same message, heaven is near you. Do not ignore them. They are confirmations that angels are surrounding you. And when you see them, speak this prayer softly: Thank you, Heaven. I am ready. Because every time you say those words, your connection grows stronger. Right now, Heaven is aligning something that was delayed for years. For someone, it's a relationship that will finally bring peace. For another, it's a breakthrough in career or finances. But most importantly, it's spiritual clarity. You will finally understand why everything happened the way it did. The puzzle pieces are coming together. The pain that made no sense will start revealing its purpose. I know your heart still aches. You wanted love to stay. You wanted friends to be loyal. You wanted things to be easier. But Heaven allows pain not to punish you, but to awaken you. Every heartbreak removed a false attachment. Every loss cleared the path for truth. You must trust that what's leaving your life now is making room for something divine. Do not resist it. Let go gracefully. Heaven never takes without giving more in return. I left Heaven to bring you this reminder: the storm you're in is not the end, it's a sign that new light is coming. When the darkness grows loud, it's only because dawn is near. So right now, breathe. You are safe. You are seen. You are loved by Heaven. If your spirit can feel what I'm saying, write in the comments, I believe. Because your words of faith ripple through realms. Your faith activates movement. Your belief becomes your shield. The next part of this message will show you what happens when Heaven starts to fight for you, when angels step into your timeline and rewrite your story. So stay. Listen. Don't let distractions pull you away now. Your destiny is unfolding even as you read these words. Heaven is not done speaking. Archangel Michael says, "You have listened this far, and Heaven is pleased." Because only those who were meant to hear this have stayed until now. I, Archangel Michael, left Heaven for one reason: to deliver this message that will decide your fate forever. And now, as I speak, the veil between heaven and earth grows thinner. Listen closely. Heaven has seen what is coming toward you. You are standing on the edge of a divine turning point, but there is one final test that will appear before your breakthrough. The enemy knows he cannot stop what Heaven has planned, but he will try to delay it by tempting your emotions, by making you question your worth, by distracting you through people who are not meant to walk with you. Do not let your emotions guide you in this hour. Let your spirit lead. For this moment, Heaven is watching how you respond, not how much you know. In the coming days, something unexpected will happen, something that may shake your peace. It may look like a setback, but it's not. It's a divine test. How you react will determine how fast your blessings unfold. If you choose peace instead of panic, faith instead of fear, the gates will open faster than you can imagine. The spiritual realm works by agreement. When you worry, darkness gets permission to delay. When you trust, Heaven gets permission to deliver. That is why I was sent, to teach you how to respond when the storm comes again. When confusion rises, do not speak fear. Speak light. Say, I trust Heaven's plan. When you feel alone, do not speak sorrow. Speak truth. Say, I am surrounded by angels. When everything seems uncertain, say, I am being led to something better. Your words carry power. They write the story that heaven brings to life. Right now, there is a book open in heaven, your book. Every decision you make, every act of kindness, every test you overcome adds a new page. The next page is blank, waiting for your choice. That is why this message was sent to you tonight, because the next thing you decide will shape your fate. I have seen what happens when a soul listens and chooses faith. The angels move swiftly. Doors open suddenly. Relationships realign. Health is restored. But I have also seen what happens when a soul ignores the message. They repeat the same lessons until they finally awaken. You don't have to repeat old cycles anymore. You are ready to rise. You are ready to be free. There are unseen forces that have been working to block your progress, especially in the last few months. You felt drained, confused, maybe even disconnected from your purpose. But what you didn't see was that angels were fighting behind the scenes for your breakthrough. Every sleepless night where you felt heaviness, that was spiritual warfare. Every sudden emotion that came out of nowhere, that was interference trying to weaken your energy. But heaven has now drawn a line. No more interference, no more delay, no more sabotage. I have unsheathed my sword on your behalf. The chains that were holding your blessings in place are breaking. The curses spoken against your name are being reversed. The false energy around your destiny is dissolving. But you must walk in the vibration of faith. You cannot say you believe while holding on to fear. You cannot say you trust while clinging to what heaven asked you to release. There is someone you are still attached to, though your spirit knows they are not aligned with you anymore. Heaven has tried to remove them gently, but you keep reopening the door. If you let them stay, they will drain what heaven is about to release. It's not anger, it's protection. Let go in peace. You are not losing them, you are freeing yourself. And I promise you, once you release, a new divine connection will appear, one that reflects love, not fear, peace, not chaos. Your destiny partner cannot appear while your heart is filled with what belongs to the past. The new cannot enter while the old still occupies the space. This message is your divine instruction. Follow it, and watch what happens. In the next few weeks, you will feel an increase in signs, synchronicities that will feel almost supernatural. Pay attention to repetition. If you keep hearing the same words, seeing the same times, feeling the same pull, that's heaven speaking. It's confirmation that the message was received. And when it happens, say, I hear you, heaven. Say it with faith. Because every time you acknowledge the divine, heaven opens another layer of your path. The Creator is not distant from you. You are not forgotten. The one who made the stars knows your name. Every tear you cried was seen, every prayer you whispered was heard, and every wound in your heart will be healed. You were never meant to walk in darkness. You were meant to carry light. That is why your presence feels heavy in dark rooms, because your energy exposes what hides in shadows. That's why some people react strangely to you, your light reminds them of what they lost. Do not dim yourself to make others comfortable. Your radiance is your calling. Your kindness is your weapon. Your patience is your power. But now, heaven says it is time to rise. To speak, to move, to act. The waiting season is ending. You will begin to feel a stirring in your spirit, a strong sense to start something, to rebuild, to reach, to change direction. That's not random. That's divine instruction. Follow it. You may not have the full plan yet, but trust that each step will appear as you move forward. That's how heaven works, light enough for the next step, not the whole path. And as you move, miracles will meet you. People you've never met will speak blessings over you. Opportunities you thought were gone will return in new forms. And peace, deep, quiet, lasting peace, will fill your heart. If your soul can feel what I am saying, write in the comments, I choose faith. Because heaven is watching. Your words matter. Remember, I left heaven for you, to speak this into your spirit, to awaken your remembrance, to prepare you for what's next. Do not waste this message. Hold it close. Read it again when you doubt. Let it remind you of who you are. Because in the next part of this message, I will tell you what happens when heaven fully releases what was held back, when everything that was stolen from you starts returning multiplied. The moment you hear that truth, your energy will shift permanently. Stay with me. The greatest revelation is about to begin. Heaven is not done speaking yet. Archangel Michael says, "You have come far, and heaven is proud of you. You have listened when others would have turned away. You have stayed even when it was hard to believe. And because of your faith, I can now speak to you about what comes next, the release, the restoration, and the rising of your destiny. Heaven is ready to return everything that was stolen from you. Every opportunity, every moment of peace, every bit of hope you lost in the struggle, it is coming back multiplied. The energy that was drained from you will return as strength. The time you thought was wasted will be redeemed. The love you gave that went unreturned will be given back to you, pure and overflowing. This is not a promise born from imagination, it is written in your divine record. Heaven always restores what belongs to its own. The reason your journey was so heavy is because the weight of your destiny is great. You were not meant to live an ordinary story, you were meant to live a story that reveals light through